I started ballet when I was about 9 here in Perth. So I'd been training with the actual founder of the West Australian Ballet, Kira Busloff. The story goes, my first grade teacher said I was very rhythmic and had a bit of a sense of movement, etc. at school, and that she should take me along to ballet class. Up till age 13, my brothers and I and the family all left to go overseas to Kathmandu, Nepal, where my father worked for Australian Aid. My father used to buy aircraft tyres off this guy who used to come to Kathmandu to sell him tyres from the UK once a year. And one year he invited him home for dinner. And he was showing around the house, and he saw my ballet examination certificates, which I had, up on the wall. And he said, "Oh, Shane does ballet, or did ballet." And anyway, a conversation came out of that. He was the brother-in-law of the ballet master of the Royal Ballet at the time, a guy called Desmond Doyle. Anyway, the short answer of that is it ended up with me going to London at the age of 16 to audition with Desmond Doyle initially, and then for the Royal Ballet School in London. I loved it. Going to the Royal Ballet School means you're being set up for a profession in ballet or in dance. It's a very sheltered life as well. You're very tunnel vision about ballet, your training. I would start at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning with dance training all day in various different classes. I also did O-levels. My parents were quite keen that I still carried on and finished school. I was also offered a contract with London Festival Ballet, the second biggest company in the UK. So I joined them at the end of the year. So in, what was that? That would have been July 1975. We danced right around the world, so I toured to Australia once, a couple of times to America, around Europe in different places, and then right around the UK. So we would go off on 8, 10, 12-week tours, doing a week in each city. Provincial tours, they were called. So, you do a week in Manchester, a week in Leeds. So it was quite a life of being on the road. We were a touring company. The hard times, I guess, were probably just the hard work and the discipline. You didn't have much of a life outside of that. If we were touring off around the provinces, 8 performances a week, Saturday night you'd finish, you'd travel on Sunday to the next city, bumping in on the Monday morning. So there's no time for anything else outside of that. But you had such camaraderie within the company. They were your friends. Your social life was within the company. So it was a great life. And friends that I had in those days, I still catch up with to this day in London regularly. I decided I needed a change in repertoire and challenges from London. And so I auditioned for a couple of other companies, and I ended up dancing in what was then West Berlin. So the wall was still up at that time. So I went off to the main company in West Berlin, which was called Deutsche Oper Berlin, in the main opera house in West Berlin. During that time, I actually came home to Western Australia in 1979 for the bicentennial, or the 150th, whatever that is, the celebration of Western Australia. The company here, that we have a state company, West Australian Ballet, and I came home and guested with them and danced in a production called Cal, K-A-L, based on Kalgoorlie and gold mining, etc., which sort of re-engaged me with Western Australia and West Australian Ballet. So I came home to Perth to join West Australian Ballet and danced with them for 4.5 years.